Hi, welcome back. In this video, we're going to look at the next operator on our list, which is the assignment operators. And amongst these operators, we've been using one of them all this while, which is the equal sign. So the assignment operators are used to assign a value to a particular variable. Let's take a look at how this is done. Alright, I'm going to make some basic illustrations here to explain better. So let's create a variable x. Let's create a variable. So to create variables, we need three things. We need the initializer, which will either be let, var, or const, and the name we want to give the variable, and then the value. So let's start with this one here, which is I'm going to use let, and I'll give it a name x, then a value 20. So to give our variable a value, we need this equal sign here, and which is what we are going to look at in this tutorial. This equal sign here is called the assignment operator. So this assigns a value 20 to this variable here. Our variable x has a value 20 because we gave it that value using the assignment operator here. So that's the role of this assignment operator. It gives a value. It helps us assign a value to our variable. It could be any type of value, and by type I mean the data type. It could be a Boolean value. So we can have another one called let y equal to, let's say, anything like this. So which is a string. Let me put the quotation mark very well. So that was made possible by using this equal sign here, which I didn't draw properly. So this is the equal sign here. So we use this equal sign to give our variable a value. All right, we are back in our code editor here, and then we'll proceed with the rest of the assignment operators. And before we do that, let's look at the one we just saw in our example in practice. So let's give it a value 20, and let's log this in the console.log. Let's call this x. Okay, it is x. Refresh. Now we can see our value 20 here. Now the next ones on our list, so I will just shift this down, is the plus and equal assignment operator. So what this does is, let me go back to my demonstration board and show you how this happens. Let's still use our variable x. So I'll still write it here. Let x equal to 20. Now imagine we want to add value to this 20. Let's say we want to increase it to 22, for instance. So normally we would do something like this. X equal to 20 plus 2. Well, even though this is a solution to this problem, there will be better ways to do this, right? So imagine we want to make our code shorter. So one thing we will do here is to use the plus equal operator. And how we do that is so let me clean this. So we do that by writing x, then plus equals, then give it the value 2. So this is the shorthand version of this one right here, So the shorthand version of it is this x plus equal 2. So this will still give you the value 22. And let's take a look at that in our code editor. All right, we are back in our code editor here. And then let's type x, let x equal to 20. And then let's give it, let's increase it by 2. So we do x plus equal 2. Then if we console log this in our console, So console.log x here, and we save and refresh our browser, we'll see now that our value is now 22. So that's how the plus equal assignment operator works. And the same thing goes for the plus minus. So if we do plus minus 2 here and we save and refresh our browser, we'll see our answer is 18 as we expected. And let's say we want to multiply it by 2. So that's what this plus multiplication sign, this asterisk and equal sign does for us. So we'll simply multiply it by 2 and directly assign it the value. So it gives us 40 as we expected. Let's divide it by 2, so which is the division and equal sign here. We refresh, we have 10. So now the interesting one is the modulus operator here. So we know that modulus operators give us the remainder of a division operation. So to do that, we simply assign, so the value here, what this is very tricky. So what this does is it does the operation. So it divides the x variable, which has a value of 2. It divides it by 2. Now the modulus operator only keeps the remainder of that operation, right? So we'll do something like this. So the modulus value of x and 2, so let's quickly log that in the console. So instead of typing it there, let me just do it here. So the modulus value of x and 2, x which is 20, is 0. So when you divide 20 by 2, you get 10, so there's no remainder, right? But if let's say the value was 21, I think the value here will be 1. So refresh, yeah, so that's it. So what this does is it simply takes that value. Let me delete this one here, save, uncomment this. Okay, so this one assigns the value, the result of this modulus operation to the x. So when we refresh our browser, we'll see that s has a value of 0. Same thing goes for the exponential operator. So we want to do 20 raised to power 2, so we just put it there like this and save and refresh. You can see that our value is 400. Now the use cases for this kind of operators is usually when you are looping through a certain array and then you don't want to type the whole operation. So you would normally not do this in normal code, but I mean that's still based on preferences. It's very subjective, so you can just assign the value directly to the variable, except when you are making some operation in like a loop or in a conditional block. You can then use these ones here to make your code shorter. That's it for assignment operators, and we'll see you in the next one.